kick off every episode by going around the table, which is where we talk about something new, fun, and noteworthy about our weeks. Luke, did you like how I counted that in, Patrick?
Did you do that?
I went this. I did that.
They would have found you. It's important that you count like that.
Oh.
Wait, what's that from?
Inglourious Bastards.
Ah.
Yeah.
Master of TV and film, everyone.
That's right.
You just earned your stripes just now, bro.
Oh,
Finally,
thanks,
right?
guys.
3 years later.
in.
Yes. One reference. Took 3 years to have a movie reference.
You'll get there. Okay, Luke, talk to us about how you did your week.
How I did my week?
It's fine. Just keep going.
It's fine. So check this out. Look at this shirt. Squared Co. Right?
Yes,
we
you
know
did.
who they are. We love them. They're good people. Mark Morris.
That's
Jared Mariyama.
right. Squared Co, yo.
Cool. I got
Shirt.
this in the mail as a little memento from my my episode, and also some pins. I got a Squared Co pin and 2 Ghostbuster pins. They're the same, seemingly the same. But guess what? They're not, because
Glows in the dark.
this one glows in the dark.
I actually didn't know that for sure. I was just guessing.
Yeah, it's so awesome. So
Are you sure?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, are you sure that it's awesome?
Yes, I am sure it's awesome because it's
Now I don't know where my
Ghostbusters.
pins are.
So I feel like I just feel like a jerk now because I also got mine, and they're downstairs. If I had known we were going to be doing show and tell, which I should have known because we do this every week.
Yeah, this is kind of the part of the show that
I would have
happens.
brought it all up here. So sorry, guys. I'm going to Instagram post it. Mine just came in yesterday. For whatever reason, I don't know, like if something got hung up or whatever, but considering I'm halfway the distance between you and them, it seems like it would have come to me first, but
I
that's
had
fine.
this thought during, after we recorded Thursday's episode last week, the comment, or I made the comment, which I meant genuinely, that I refuse stuff from people. If people try to give me stuff that like I want to pay them, that I'll go out of my way to pay them.
Right.
And then I immediately remembered the fact that I have all this free stuff that people have sent me.
Sure.
And then I felt guilty that I've never paid him squared for anything. That's the end of the story.
You know what, though?
I think I did. I have bought one
'Cause I
pin
don't-
from him. I think I've bought
Mark,
a pin from him.
send him a bill. It's fine.
Yeah,
Just do
what
it.
Patrick is saying is invoice him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just whatever
Yeah,
you
that'll
think
work this
it's
out.
worth, he'll pay it.
Yeah,
I haven't slept since Thursday's episode.
Okay.
I could tell.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, so Luke, you got.
I got
we all got
stuff.
stuff.
I
We're
got
just we're gonna
unsquared
share
stuff.
that part of the around the
Yeah,
table.
that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. Other than that,
Oh, my pin was a Krang, by the way.
that's
It was a
that
Krang
makes
bot
sense for
with
you,
Krang in it.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I
was
had
very cool.
Thor's helmet.
Aw, see,
That makes
they,
sense. You're
they
like a
took
god
the
to
time
him.
to give us all our things we love. So that's
And
great.
then I think the other pin might have just been an M squared pin. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, Squared
it's
Co. It's awesome.
Squared
Squared Co.
It's
Yeah,
really
because
great.
he
This one.
stole them immediately. So
Actually, you know
I-
what? I do have yours is black and white.
Yeah.
Mine is solid. Mine is a solid like metal,
Oh,
like-
that's cool.
Oh,
like gun metal.
That's good.
I like that.
Mine is it's shaped like poop, and then it just says Co in the middle.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
Like,
I just don't have it. I don't remember what mine looks like because Mackenzie took it immediately.
Gotcha.
So
Okay, so other than that, 2 more things. Quick. I don't know what just happened
maybe
there.
go slower.
Yeah,
All right.
maybe
not
just
quick.
slow it
How about
down.
just normal? I've been playing Risk Legacy. You guys know that. Every week I've been getting together with a group of guys playing Risk, a campaign it's a legacy game, and we are 12 games in now, and it's craziness. We just unlocked a new faction. The board is a mess. So you guys have played Risk before, right? Just the regular Risk game. So the legacy version adds like cities, it adds different places that connect different things. Each faction has special powers that happen. There's missiles, there's events, there's so much going on. It's chaos. It is so fun.
There's jazz hands.
No,
I
that's just
hate
Patrick.
Risk so much.
You might like this. So here's the
Oh
thing.
my
You might
gosh, I
like
hate
this
it.
because it's just ridiculousness. It's crazy. There's so much going on. So much
Well, we
you have
know
to
how
keep
much
track
you
of.
like chaos, Patrick.
Yeah, no.
But it's awesome. So we are winding down. There's a guy that has won 5 times, and basically I've won 2 games. So we're playing with 5 people. Everybody's won 2, except for one guy has only won 1, and then this other guy has won 5 times.
Does he seem to be chronically in a bad mood? The guy that has only won 1?
No, so here's the awesome part about our group. We all like to give each other crap, and we're super competitive, and we will like strategize and build alliances and just destroy each other. But then after we're done, we're like, oh, that was so fun. And it like nobody is getting mad. Like nobody's frustrated. It's just a game, and it's awesome. So, but
everybody hates this one guy who's won 5 times.
No. So last night, Scott won his 5th game, and so that right now is the majority, unless the other people that have won 2 games win the rest of them. So you play 15 total. At that point, there would be a tie, and then you would do a tiebreaker. There are tiebreaker rules to see who wins total, and that person gets to sign the board as far as like the world of whatever they want to call it, and they're like the winner overall.
You think he's gonna call it Scottsdale?
No, probably not.
He should.
I hope if I was playing, I would be praying for him to win so I could stop playing Risk.
You really hate Risk. Why do you hate Risk so
much? You'd be
much?
sandbagging it and specifically helping him win. Like you'd be giving
whatever
him
you need, Scott.
Resources.
Anyway, it's super fun. The next game we're going to play is Charterstone. So
cool.
I'm excited for that. Other than that, I am getting ready to leave in 3 days to go to Vegas for CES. You guys know what CES is? Consumer Electronics Show?
Consumer Electronics Show.
Yeah. So I'm going to see all the new things and all the fun things. And if you're around, if you're at the show, anybody listening, I don't know who is going to be there from our Slack channel or anybody, but if you want to hang, let's hang. Just talk to me.
A friend of mine might be there. Jason Lindley might be there. His job, he's head of innovation at USAA, so it seemed like that would be a thing that he would probably need to be at.
Yeah. Well,
cool.
Let's figure out a hang. So, but seriously, like, I'm going to reach out to David Cowan. He's in town, so I might hang out with him. Yeah, we'll see.
Put it all on black.
Just drive it, or just drive over to Southern California and see all the California friends.
No, I'm just going to stay in Vegas. I'll just stay in Vegas. They can come if anybody in California wants to come to Vegas.
There's a handful of you guys that can just hop in a car and it's like a 4-hour drive, right?
Yeah,
3-hour
drive over.
Gabriel has a minivan.
Yeah.
Done.
Let's do it. But that's it. I'm just getting ready to leave on another trip.
Cool.
Andrew.
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
A lot of work, kind of jumping back in after being off for a week. Just crazy times. I've been able to go see a lot of movies and be able to play a lot of games. Got a lot of games for Christmas. One of them I'm going to talk about during my master category later, but one of them is Bears versus Babies. Have you seen this game?
No.
Okay. It's by the same people who brought you Exploding Kittens. It's the same company. Even in that same world, the look and feel
Patrick
is very
hates
much
it.
like that. Yeah, Patrick hates that game and Risk. But
it's not that I hate it. It needed like one more mechanic. It was just.
Risk
I think
is pretty big. I mean, that's a pretty complicated game.
I think this game gives you additional mechanics. I think you would like this game or hate it. It's infuriating.
Well, Patrick doesn't like babies.
That's true, but you eat the babies.
Yeah,
he loves this game.
The bear component that brought me back.
Yes. The box is furry. Like it's brown furry box.
Wait, what? Okay, so that's the second game then I've heard, because there's another game called Cats or Cat or something that's got fur on it. What's up with board games having fur on them? I don't like that.
I don't know.
I'm against it.
Just stands out on Target's shelves.
Unless the new Risk game comes out with fur on it, and then you're gonna freaking love it.
No.
So
New Risk game with fur,
I'm not gonna go
boycott it. I'll burn the boxes.
I'm not gonna go into like gameplay on it, but it's a fun like kind of quick party game.
Is it a card game or is it a board game? Like, what's the style?
Yeah, it's a card game, and you have to build monsters, and then you have to provoke baby armies, and then you try to beat these baby armies by eating them, and you can sabotage other players and stuff. It plays very quickly. It plays in like 25 minutes.
Okay.
So go check it out. It's an interesting game.
Is it like a Target game? Can you get it at Target?
Yeah,
like
you can get it at
wherever you can
Target.
get Exploding Kittens, basically?
Yep. Anywhere
Okay.
where you can get Exploding Kittens, you can get it. So, and then I've seen a lot of movies. I saw Downsizing, which I love, and I think I may have mentioned it on the show last week.
You did.
Did I?
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw
you
it.
did.
Then
Patrick, have you seen it?
No, not at all. I mean, there's just so much out right now that hasn't made it to top of my list yet.
Yeah, that was actually one of the ones that was at the top of my list.
Can we talk about that for a second? Because you loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. Like,
most
it was
people did.
okay. But I felt like it went, like it had so many points where it could have taken off and had a better story than just where it ended.
That's what I loved about it. What I loved about it was, here's what I loved about it. Even though the entire premise was like ridiculous, the whole story settled in with this very normal guy who wants to just do normal things, but have meaning, have purpose. And I think that was the beauty of it. So many people were trying to seek purpose in all of these really, really big ways.
Sure.
And ultimately, what ends up, the beauty of this movie was that the after trying to do all these really big things, pun intended, it was really the small things. I guess that's the pun intended. It was really the small things that ended up making him be
fulfilled.
Yeah, exactly. Satisfied. So that's what I loved about it. It was unexpected, and it was just a really unique film. That's what I liked about it. But
Sure.
I also saw Jumanji a couple times.
Yeah.
A couple times?
And a couple times.
Why?
Yeah. Because I saw it at Christmas with family, and then I saw it with a buddy of mine who was batching it, and he hadn't seen it yet. And I'm like, I'll go see it with you. And plus, I have Movie Pass now, so it doesn't like cost me any more money to
Pretty great, right?
to go see it. Yeah, exactly. So,
But you can only
I
see
liked
one
it.
movie at a time, like one movie with Movie Pass.
I paid for everybody at Christmas Eve, or for Christmas, so
okay,
I
gotcha.
hadn't bought it on Movie Pass yet. So,
Gotcha.
it wasn't going to cost me any extra to go see it. So anyway, I loved it. I loved it both times. It was very entertaining, kind of moving at the end, but a lot of fun, I thought. And I thought it did justice to. It did a good job of updating the Jumanji story.
That's interesting to hear. I mean, I'm definitely going to see it. I am struggling to understand how it fits with the original movie. Like, it seems like such a different idea.
They answer that right away, like within the first minute and a half of the film.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. And then it just kind of, you have to kind of go with the story, right?
Sure,
You have to
right.
go with what they're presenting as the way that you have to make that jump with the story.
Yeah.
But as long as you accept that people can get sucked into a game, as long as you can accept that as a reality, then making this jump is not difficult. Kind of how it does it.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
Right. So like within the context of it, like it's not like oh, that's unrealistic. So yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought that it was really funny. The really interesting thing to me, and we were dialoguing about this a little bit. News just came out that the New Year's weekend, Jumanji actually beat Star Wars to #1 in the box office. And so I was really impressed with that. Like I was really, first of all, I'm a huge fan of Kevin Hart, and I'm a huge fan of Dwayne Johnson. And so I'm really, I like Jack Black too, but I've always liked Jack Black. I'm really happy for them that this film is doing so well in the box office.
You know, it's Dwayne Johnson's, I think at this point, highest grossing or best performing domestic film.
Good for him. You know,
So, like, even imagine all the other films he's done and being involved in, like, Fast and Furious
Right.
series. And,
Yeah, you're right.
yeah. Okay, I don't know why I had, like, this. There's so many bald, muscular people
he
in
was
those
also
movies.
in. He was also in
running
San
through the list
Andreas.
of them. Yeah. What?
San Andreas, is that what you said?
Yeah,
Wait, no, that's right. San Andreas Fault, not GTA.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
anyway,
like
but the
Walking
point is,
Tall.
this is his best
Remember that one?
performing domestic film, which is, I mean, it's a huge thing for him, and it's a very big thing that it's. I think it's already domestically, it's over $200 million, and I think when you look at the internationally, it's where they're over $400 million at this point. I don't think any other film.
It just debuted in China this weekend, and I follow him on Instagram and was just watching all this stuff kind of unfold. And he flew there to premiere it. And he's like, not every American movie gets to be released in China like that. Like it's not like the wide distribution of it. Not everything gets that, and so I don't know. I was nervous because I really like the original Jumanji, and there are some callbacks to the original, but this is wholly new and wholly different. But at the same time, it pays a very deep homage to Jumanji. So if you like the original story, or if you like vintage video games, like Atari style, early Nintendo video games, you're gonna love kind of how they play off of that. It's creative and it's fun and it's definitely a good time. So
yeah, I mean, I like the film too. I was a bit disappointed. I expected to laugh a bit more. Based on Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson together in Central Intelligence, which I thought that film was hilarious.
Yeah.
And to have that same pairing again, like, and even knowing there's other star power like Jack Black in the film, I was still just so excited for their chemistry on screen. And it didn't hit me the same way that Central Intelligence did. Like, I didn't have some of the just really like laugh out loud moments. It was instead like a nice consistent chuckle. You know, it was it's like a very. With a couple of punchy, like, guttural laughs. Yeah, there was some definitely surprising pieces, and they did a pretty good job at trying to keep you guessing which way the story was going to go and, like, you know, where the riddles went and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And even though, you know, the bad guy had a pretty sinister look to him, it still managed to be keep a very fun tone throughout the entire film.
But I think that is a test to... and that's the throwback to making it feel like an authentic retro video game, where these bad guys, realistically, like they're supposed to be super sinister, and they take themselves very seriously, but there's always just this kind of like something that just makes it okay to kind of laugh at, and that's for me what I felt like was the biggest thing. So
it was I enjoyed watching the film.
Take us into your week.
Yeah, and I think for me that it was probably it was probably just a 7, but I'm not saying don't go see it.
I'd say probably 7 or 8. Yeah, I wouldn't give it a top 10 or anything.
Another thing that someone sent us, and guys, I have stuff for you too. So there's a person in Slack. The name is I'm just gonna say Limskaya, but I'm sure that's wrong. But her name's Karen. Karen's from Belgium.
Why don't you just say Karen?
Yeah, well, but because in Slack you can't just like at Karen. It's like Limskaya. I'm sure it's whatever. But her and I believe her boyfriend, they sent us a bunch of postcards.
That's cool.
And then so you'll recognize Ziggy because we've seen Ziggy in Slack before.
Yeah.
But there's all these other designs as well. So they sent these over. Huh?
I think there's an Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, it looked like he was in like a coffee cup or something.
Yeah.
It's a Dino Allan Poe.
Oh.
That's awesome.
So anyway, huge thanks. So these have made a bit of a travel to get here. So when I see you guys next,
are they written on the back or are they like blank postcards?
No, they're blank postcards, but there was just a note left on this back one, and I'll obviously share that with you guys when I see you again. So the other thing that I want to talk about very, very quickly is I have started a new book. Incredible. That's amazing. So I have a whole saga I'm excited to share, and you guys know it. It hasn't concluded yet, and I'm waiting for it to conclude, and then I'll share it with everybody. But we're still in process. I'm going to save that probably for next week.
Will you share it with us in beautiful 4K?
Once, assuming that I still have beautiful 4K,
okay.
Once the saga concludes, I will share it. So,
consider me intrigued.
The Personal MBA by Josh Kaufman. Now, this doesn't sound at all in line with like what we normally talk about, but the fact is, a lot of the people that listen, us, a lot of the people that host the show, and then also the people that listen to the show, we do freelance. We do contract work, or we're a part of startups, small businesses, that type of stuff. And there is Josh Kaufman. Basically, what he did is he worked for Procter and Gamble. He was like an executive, and but he didn't have an MBA. It wasn't a requirement, but basically all of his colleagues did that were kind of in his job. He thought about going to school and doing that, but he decided, like, I already have the job. Why would I go spend all this money? Spend six figures to get my MBA when I'm already in this position.
Sure.
So instead, what he decided to do is just find every book he could about the topic, every writing, read them, and then just like make notes about them and write about what he took away, that kind of stuff. He ended up posting a blog post that was like, these are my, let's say 50 books, I don't know. But basically, like, if you want your MBA but don't want to shell out six figures, then read these books. Well, that post went on to be, what's the blogger's name with like the, he has the crazy looking glasses and
Seth Godin.
Casey
Seth Godin.
Neistat.
Man, I was great. Good job. Seth Godin actually shared his blog post of his book list, like in kind of like endorsed like what he'd put together.
Right.
And it blew up from there. And so what he did is he took all the reading that he's done and continues to do, and he's just taken all these quotes and all of these concepts, and he's put them into a book. Now, it is a 440-page book, but every single concept only takes up 1 to 2 pages. So there's literally like a couple hundred little concepts that are hit. There's a similar book, like it's kind of reads like Axioms does, if you imagine that. It kind of like reads that way. And now it's broken into, I think it's 12 sections, but every section is just these little tidbits. And so you can very easily sit down and approach these, but it's all very, very practical because it's the best of the best information. And the idea is, here is all and more that you would ever get from an MBA program, but you're getting it for $18 and time spent. And if you want to dive even further into these topics, he, at the end of a lot of these, he gives you next steps. Like if you want to read deeper, go here, go check this out. It's incredible. So
Is it accredited?
It's not accredited. I'm sure you can design.
There's always a catch. Always
that's right.
a catch.
But anyway, it's an incredible book. So I'm only 50 pages into it. So I had just started it yesterday, and it'll be probably 3 more weeks before I make it through it. So go ahead and grab it, and then you can just join in. And then when I start talking about it on the show, you'll know what I'm talking about. But
wait, we should get it and then start at page 50? Don't you need to start at the beginning?
No. You start where Patrick is.
Yeah, start at page
So
50.
if you don't get it for another week, you're going to have to start it on page like
But
103.
let me give you an idea. Like in the section I'm at now, it's
hard.
talking about markets right now. And one of the first things it says, it talks about the importance of understanding if a market even exists. Like you can have an incredible idea, but if there's no market, then it doesn't matter. Like it's for nothing. And so he has this like 10-point checklist that you go through each point and you give a number 0 through 10. And so you take whatever your idea is and you run it through that checklist. And at the end, you add up your total. If your total is under 50, don't do it. If your total is over 75, it's a sure thing. And if it's between 50 and 75, it can probably work, but you're going to have to put in a lot of effort. So there's like really practical things like that.
I wonder where our podcast fits on that.
12. So, but it's really interesting stuff, and it's stuff that you'll be able to apply to your freelance work. You'll be able to apply to your contract work. It's twofold. It's business knowledge, right? It's like accounting and business knowledge.
Yeah.
But then there's also leadership information thrown in. Although, from what I'm seeing, the focus really is business knowledge, and it doesn't read like academia in the sense that it's like tough to read, but like these are real concepts. This isn't abstract language about it. Like this is the terminology. This is how that terminology is defined. This is what it looks like in practical application.
Very accessible.
And and again, incredible read. So I can't recommend it enough. And certainly once I finish the book, I'm going to be excited to talk about it. And I imagine the language from the book is going to start permeating my talking. So
I'm excited to learn that you know how to read. That's the cool part.
That is pretty cool. I just ordered mine. Literally in the time that you were talking about that, I ordered mine on Amazon.
Yeah, perfect. Yes, exactly.
We're going to be way smarter than Luke. Still.
I already listened to it.
We're still
just now. He just finished. So anyway, so that's it.
I read the cliff notes.
I'll talk about the saga once we get there. I don't know if I've mentioned Marvelous Miss Maisel. That is incredible. It's on Amazon. It's incredibly filthy and it's amazing. Go watch it as long as you don't have small kids. And I think that's it for this
You don't
week.
have to watch it with your kids, right?
Huh?
You don't have to watch it with your kids, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. Make sure your kids are not in the room. But it's hilarious. It's a great show. And if you guys haven't watched it, get on it. It's only like 8 or 10 episodes and it's a great watch. And I'm sure you saw it. Game of Thrones has officially been announced. 2019, 6 episodes. That's the other thing to look forward to.
over.
So just stay alive between now and then. But
Yeah.
all right, Andrew.
Hey, I don't have to stay alive. I just got life insurance yesterday.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, like if I die, Chandra can watch Game of Thrones in a fully paid off house.
That's adorable.
All right, that's it for our Around the Table. You have to listen.
If you have to
I
listen,
got
keep
so
listening.
scared. Why? I don't know. That's our Around the Table. You can find us on mf1podcast.com where you can find show notes and links to all the stuff we just talked about. If you're watching this on YouTube, right down there below, you can find all that stuff as well. Like, subscribe, share, all the different things. This video, our show on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. Man, subscribe everywhere. Rate and review. We want you to be friends with us, and we
Hey,
want
go
more
ahead
friends.
and announce it because it's this week. You might as well go and say it.
Okay, so starting this week or the end of this week,
right.
you can start to hear us on Spotify. So
That's right.
if you are a Spotify member premium, I don't know if it's on the free.
I assume you can find
we'll
it. We
find
don't
out.
know the
Yeah, we'll-
details.
we'll
we just
see.
know that if
We're
you're
going to be
listening
on
to it,
Spotify. Yeah,
start watching Spotify, like checking it out. It's going to show up.
it's going to be a whole new world for us, so we're excited about that. It's a cool thing. But do all the things where you share and you talk about stuff, and if you like what's going on, comment. If we talk about stuff that you have questions about, ask us questions. Just engage with us. We will engage back with you. We promise. It's a good time. Join the conversation in Slack. Go to mf1podcast.com/Slack, where you can be a part of an incredible community full of really generous, cool, talented people, where you can ask questions, share your work. Man, just have a good time. Look at some animated GIFs and just take a few minutes each day to enjoy people who enjoy the same kinds of things as you. Man, is there anything else? Oh, you can support the show on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/M1podcast. Throw a couple dollars in there each month.
Hey, on that note, 2 new patrons.
Okay.
Robbie Man. And Robbie is actually the moderator over at Poster News on Reddit. So
Okay.
you
Oh,
can
cool.
check out that.
Awesome.
And then
Thank you.
there's another one, Travis Thompson. He is also pledged to support on Patreon this week. So it's 2 new added this week.
That's
Thank you.
amazing.
Thanks,
Let's
guys.
keep that
Thank you.
train rolling. Thank you to all of our patrons, and thank you to all of those of you who are listening to this and are going to take the challenge. Give up 1 cup of coffee each week or each month, and
Or
you
a
get
week.
some-
It's fine.
If you want to
Multiply
do it a
for
week,
the
that's
month.
fine too. But
Fine.
Yeah. You'll be healthier. We'll be happier.
that's true, and we'll all create better content and be able to do some really cool stuff. But thank you so much if you're already supporting, and if you're on the fence, just jump over the fence. It's a really short fence, easy to get over. But for now, we're gonna get out of this episode. I'm Andrew.
I'm Patrick.
And I'm Luke.
Peace out.
Bye.
Hold on to your butts.